interwebs.
We'll do it live.
Let's do it live. We're live. Hopefully, so Thinking Inside the Box hasn't been with us a couple weeks. He's always excited when it's all of us, so that'd be sweet if he dropped in for this one. Cesar, are you running any of the iOS 27 beta stuff?
On everything I own, unfortunately.
Same. It's better. It's a big improvement for my devices, and I've got older stuff.
My Mac OS loads on the Mini so much faster.
Really? It's a big improvement on that?
Mm-hmm. So much faster.
We have an M4 Air in the house, but I don't know if that individual is going to be keen for running that. I don't know if they would know a difference.
No, I would think you would probably notice that they
just leave them on the regular.
It gets the job done. They're fine. So
leave them on the regular schedule. But I've noticed like my battery's better on my phone, and my phone battery's like aging, and my iPad is all of a sudden snappy again. Cesar, I think you called it. You called it a couple episodes ago.
Every fucking year, man.
Yeah.
You're like, it's time for a new phone. You're like, oh, this update saved it.
And the iPad. So the kicker with the iPad, I've got the last one with the home button. I love the keyboard. I got this keyboard clearance, and I love having that. And it's like I don't want to reinvest in both things. I'm gonna have to get both things, I feel like.
And a couple months ago, you were already talking. You're like, man, it's so slow again, and it's bugging out. And
yeah, and I'm thinking about like, is there a hardware check for this thing? Can I tell if like some RAM in it has died? Like it just feels decrepit, and now all of a sudden it's flying again. I think it just needs to
stick with it. Continue to go up higher. So.
Yeah, I need to
make this hardware stretch, baby.
Yep.
That's why I was trying to communicate, Brant, because I've seen the future from certain avenues of how much RAM cost is just going to go up shortly, and you want to buy what you need to buy to get a computer now.
Or 6 months ago?
No, now, because I see what's coming in the next 6 months.
Oh yeah, it's going to be worse.
It's shit's
not slowing down.
You've been warning us. So
if you're going to make your purchase, it's time to do it now.
The only thing I'm staring down necessity-wise is 2 mobile devices. So, but I can go pre-owned with those, I think, and be just fine. Renee's here. Renee, what's up?
Or lease it out there like with the new leasing program they fucking did.
I can't tell if I like that or not.
I mean, it works well if you get a new phone, right? Every year or so, 2 years.
Yeah.
It works really, really well. But I think you pay X amount of dollars a month for, I think the lease is like a year or 2 years or whatever it is. And then if you want to keep the phone, you can keep it. But then you pay the difference of the phone of the value of what it is. So if you've been paying like $400, $500 within the last 2 years and the phone is worth like $800, $900, then you have to pay the difference at the end of that lease. But
which is not, it's not unfair, and consumers have choice.
But it's like 2 years old technology, right? So that's the only. I think you had the better idea, Richard. You would just get that secondhand on the secondhand market, probably less than that if it's 2 years old already. So
we have a 13 Pro and a 13 Mini, which is the last Mini, and my spouse loves the Mini form factor. And I think we would potentially get 2 of those for the next 2 phone owners. And that would be enough phone for them, like a refurbished one with a good battery. I think the battery ends up being the main thing with these devices.
Yeah.
Because Brant, you and I were talking about a couple weeks ago, like you can't swap your battery either, right?
No.
It's not easy as it used to be where you pop up a cover and put it in there.
So
batteries used to last forever too.
That is also true. But I'm going to be real because I thought it was funny because somebody had literally took that leasing model for the MacBook Pro, and I think it came down to like $283 a month, and then they got a car that was like $225 a month for leasing. They're like, all right, pick your poison, which is better, a MacBook Pro for $280 a month or a car for $229? So it's like, pick your fighter. That's what they put on there. Pick your fighter.
Damn.
Choose your fighter.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be now.
It's crazy.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait till 2030 and when I can afford stuff again.
Let's play old games. Playing old games.
Gonna start investing into EMP technology.
Electromagnetic pulse.
Yep.
You're just gonna be like the Matrix. You're gonna be flying around in that sewer in the Nebuchadnezzar, waiting to pull the trigger.
Strategically placing them in certain data sensitive areas.
Yeah. Brent, get us out of the Matrix first.
Funding
the
eco-terrorists.
Avalanche.
This is all just a joke.
Yeah.
This is all hyperbole and satire.
Brant's views do not reflect the rest of the NOFODcast crew.
Oh no!
I would never.
It's like when Buish got me
attack the AI overlord.
When Buish what?
Got me banned from China.
What did he do?
Remember he complained. He said something negative about China on our streams. I was like, no, they're watching. They're gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna put me on the no-fly list. And he's like,
oh gosh.
Remember, he's like, he didn't even care. He's like, nah, I'll be fine without ever going there.
You got to play the long game these days. Buish doesn't understand. Got to play the long game.
Hey man, I would like to visit, but it's like, they're very outspoken. Like the whole joke is that they have people like very judgmental about their the way they do things over there, right? And then they go to try to like, oh, I'm going to Shanghai for vacation, and they find out they're on a ban list.
Yep.
And it's like because somehow they were they got wind of what they were saying online, and they're like, I didn't even know I was big enough to get banned.
Don't be critical of them. Don't refer to their leader as Winnie the Pooh.
Now you're getting banned,
Brant, screwed.
No, that was just I'm saying things not to do.
We're your #1 Chinese podcast.
Guess I'm stuck going to Taiwan. I do want to go to Taiwan.
What are you talking about, Cesar? Taiwan is China.
The People's Republic.
Yeah. I was talking about Taipei for life. All right.
I got a good introductory bit. Oh, Cesar's looking something up.
No, you're good. I'm over here trying to get the player count up.
Player count up.
Up your player count.
So there was an incident. We're live, but I'll be as discreet as possible. There was an incident where I had to call a local official, and I'm chatting with them, and they're super like bubbly and hyped, and I'm giving them information. They're asking for stuff. They're filling out a report essentially, and I'm like, you're really good at this. Like I was kind of stressed out about this, and you're making this super chill and easy. And she was like, listen, I'm just here to do my job and go home to play my PlayStation. And I was like, wait, hold up. You what now? Excuse me? we got to talk. And so I only, they play Outlast. They may be watching. They play Outlast and something else. So I only knew like...
Which one? Outlast, the new one? The multiplayer one?
Yes.
The horror game where you team up and everybody and you go those little backroom stuff now?
Yep.
Because before it was the one with the weird bit where like the dudes
like
walking around with
monster
hanging out and
yes.
It was like that was like this game is weird or interesting. It depends on how you view it, but
Outlast
I know the new one is kind of like what's it called?
Is it Trials?
It is Trials, but it's like it's like Dead by Daylight. It's one of those what do they call it? They had a name for it. My brain is not
like a survival resource type thing.
I could easily look this up instead of just sitting here trying to guess like my brain knows any better.
So they tell me these are the games they play, and I was like, all right, that's cool. And I was like, it was great working with you, and I never thought I'd see them again. So I go to pick up said report, and I'm kind of looking around. I'm looking for somebody I might recognize, and I see the first initial last name, and I'm like, oh, wait, you're that person. I was like, I'm the one that we were talking games about. Oh, we mentioned Halo. That was the end of the conversation. I was like, are you excited for the new Halo coming out? And they said, I don't have an Xbox. I was like, great news. This one it's a remake of the original. You can play it on your PlayStation. No way. So when I sent them extra information, I put the last, like the launch story trailer, I put that in the bottom as a link. And then so I go there to pick up said report, and they're there. And I was like, do you like games? Like, do you like talking about games? Yeah, that's it's one of my favorite things. And I don't find people in this line of work. And I was like, here's a podcast that I do with a couple of my friends, and here's our link, and here's Twitch, and they followed us on everything. So hopefully,
okay.
And that's super cool. And you never know when you'll meet somebody who's interested in the things you are and wants to follow that kind of stuff. So hopefully they're here. That would be super dope. What's the genre, Cesar? You found it?
No, I gave up. I was like, I was trying to open up the Google Drive thing, and then my brain went somewhere else. Like, God, man, I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like a player versus environment thing. They have a name for it. I forgot what it's called.
It's like a specific PvE.
Yeah, it's gonna be some weird like PvE or something.
Asymmetrical multiplayer horror game.
That's like the Jason ones and stuff, right?
That's Dead by Daylight.
Okay,
but I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because I know what Cesar.
I try to look up. Oh, there goes Outlast Trials. It took me to Microsoft Outlook and Wikipedia. I'm like, what? I don't want to look at that.
Outlook. Here's the whole history of Outlook and the bug list.
Whoa, that's
here's the change log.
Web page. Yeah, gotta summarize this with Copilot.
Right, oh God.
We love our AI overlords.
Cesar recently tested that. It's funny you mentioned it because I was joking back and forth with a coworker. There was an email thread where somebody had no fucking clue what they were talking about. And they suggested, like, see if the Copilot summary will point out that this person has no clue what they're talking about and is very confused. And it didn't happen. It just it was very generic. Like, here's what was discussed and here's the outline that's coming up. And I was like, damn it, I wanted it to specifically say, this person seems completely oblivious as to what's actually supposed to happen here.
We screwed around with it in the very beginning, like me and a coworker, when we were doing like email templates. Like, generate this email about picking up a computer and like make it very chill.
Yeah.
And it was like it'll go down to the wording like, hey yo, we need to stop by and cop the computer you have. We were laughing the whole time because like, depending on what you told it would match it and go with that flow. And so it was like very, very informal, like more informal. We just kept doing that, like that. Super Troopers enhance. It's like more informal,
bigger.
More informal,
the Gersman,
more informal,
bigger,
more informal,
bigger.
Yeah. And it's like, it would go down to like,
dear homie, comma.
It got down there. I was like, oh wow. I was like, we were laughing, and I think that was ever since then. Now I you know me, I'm a lazy bastard, so I'm like, I'll throw in a couple stuff like, I don't know. Tell this person the monitors are ready, and it's like, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I was like, just send it to him. And so I'm like,
yep.
It's I have been using it more for that. So
there's a line where you just need it to state something, and you don't need you don't need an individualistic standpoint on what you're trying to send. It doesn't need to come from the heart from Cesar that the monitors are ready to pick up, right? It just needs to be. It's just a notification. Yep, strictly informative. Please get this out here so they understand exactly what's happening. Yep, I get you on that.
Yeah, I'm not over here trying to be like recreate the system. Sometimes, man, I'm looking at emails all day, so sometimes I do throw stuff in Copilot to keep it fresh because my brain is like, how do I say how to do this for the 15th time? Yeah.
So the thought has occurred to me for shits and giggles. Like, next episode is 407. None of us can make it. Take the previous 406 episodes of these three individuals recording this show and use this past week's video game news. And what is that? What is that?
What would it spit out?
So we should do that one day, and then we should Mystery Science Theater the three of us this performance. We riff off of
No.
I mean, both of y'all know that they would have had a field day with a Sea of Thieves enthusiast individual.
I would imagine it'd be very, very funny, but it's like that whole thing where like we're complaining about all the money we're paying for this RAM, but yet we're doing AI with this weird stuff, and I'm like,
yeah,
we're part of the problem. That's why I kept telling Renee, like, Renee, you're part of the problem, bud. He's over here watching like AI videos of Diddy and 50 Cent recreating Lord of the Rings scenes, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's over here laughing it up. I'm like, dude, this is the reason why we're paying $1,000 PlayStations. It's like you over here just watching this stuff.
So my coworker, he showed me a video. It's he and his wife, and they're dancing to this like they're perfectly themed and movement and all that. And he's like, I can't dance like this. And I said, this is you're part of the problem. This is why AI is a bad thing. And then within a week, we're at a conference and they're talking about sensible use of AI. And every time they say that, I'm glancing at him like, it's not you dancing, dude. This is what it's for. Sensible use of AI. And I'm immediately darting my eyes over. It's not you dancing.
The only one that I found genuinely funny that I did not want to see, but this the one with because I mean it's not a funny situation, but the one with Tony Romo where he's got the DUI. And there was like somebody put on there, he's beating the allegations. He's over there warming up like a football when they're telling him to do the sobriety test. He's doing like the hip thrust and everything.
It's the Dak Prescott warm up. It's doing
yeah. It's like somebody's like, I think he's beating these allegations. He's over here like, whoa. It's not a funny situation, but that's the only one I thought there. I was like, I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings about this one.
Of course, you sent us one with a football coach that was recently injured in an accident.
The WGN put on there.
Moving along, Renee says I'm taking strays, so Renee must be using AI unsensibly. He feels the hit dog's hollering over here in the chat.
He hasn't done it in a while, but Renee went through a thing where he watched every video that 50 Cent made in AI with him making fun of Diddy. This is not funny. This is not funny. Renee's just laughing it up in the car. I was like, dude, he keeps showing it to me like I'm gonna laugh. I'm looking at like this is weird. I'm like, I don't know why we're watching the video about him yelling Diddy. I'm like,
I think he sent us a couple of those. Damn it, Renee. These aren't strays now, Renee. They're targeted shots.
Yeah.
These are specifically coming to you. All right, you guys ready to get this thing going?
Well,
yeah, might as well.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. We got a bunch of good post credits content. This is A+. Filling in the time slot.
A+ Radio.
A+. Welcome to A+ Radio. A+ Radio. It's the pop-up video of cadences.
Oh, miss pop-up video.
Pop-up video. If I remember right, that was a Reggie Fils-Aimé joint. Like he resurrected.
I think you're right.
VH1. He made it a competent thing. Because I can remember my stepsister was the big MTV person, and I came from a more restrictive background, I guess. And so they introduced me to that, and then VH1 was coming along like right behind it with content and pop-up video and just being an actual competitor instead of just the has-been or the one-off.
That was the best back in the day. Sitting down on a Friday night and see like VH1 or MTV and watching just the music videos, whatever they were playing, and
yeah.
Oh, that was a big thing. Yeah. At least in my household.
Pop-up video.
Yeah, I remember those days too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they used to play grunge early in the morning when I was at school? I had a videotape it.
So that was you had stepped away. Brant and I were thinking that was a Reggie Fils-Aimé joint, like the VH1 Resurrection. Maybe not pop-up video specifically, but like I know he helped prop up VH1 after. Was that before or after Pizza Hut, the Bigfoot pizza and all that stuff? Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere in its history.
It's close by. It's adjacent.
Yeah.
Versus perpendicular.
All right, is this 406? I think that's what I've.
Hey man, I got everybody at work doing that every time. That's always my go-to example. Perpendicular.
That's perpendicular. That's good. I'm gonna have to use that.
Pop-up video perpendicular. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 406 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and gin blossoms podcast. That's right. We didn't talk about this at all. I'm going to be springing this on y'all very shortly. I've laid this trap for like 12 hours. So don't worry. It pays off in the end. Don't worry about it.
Was it like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card? You put it face down, sideways on the field?
You just wait. You'll see. Gin Blossoms, number one, the Southeast premier video game and Gin Blossoms.
I'm not a doctor.
Appreciation podcast. Oh, tonight's news. Matt Piscatella on physical discs. Digital services down. OG Xbox on your PC? ? August PlayStation Essential games. And your unreleased games that are coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus as release games. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up? I'm not coming to you from Allison Road though.
Okay, good reference.
I'm
that's
not
not
on
bad.
Allison Road.
That's not bad. And till I hear it from you, our resident page master and lore master, Cesar Concepcion II is here. Cesar.
Hello.
All right, Cesar. This was a deep dig here. I heard a bit on our local radio station 99X this morning, and they said if you send us keyword follow to this number, I can't remember what it is, we will enter you for a chance to win 2 Gin Blossoms tickets. They're coming to Atlanta, which we are an Atlanta-based show. They will be here September 5th. They are supported on this tour, and I'll be taking Cesar to the show if I win these tickets. They will be supported on this tour by none other than Blues Traveler and...
All right. God damn it.
And...
Spin Doctors.
Is it Spin Doctors?
Why is that a thing? Why is that happening this year?
This is either the worst concert or the best concert, depending on who you ask.
Oh. Cesar, I hope they play one of your...
The hook will bring you back.
I mean, they all sound the same, so I'm saying it. So.
I just hope they play one of your 2 favorite Spin Doctor songs if we happen to get to go.
Oh, they will.
Little Miss,
they only play
Little Miss.
Over and over.
So the same American Dad bit that this comes from, I had to introduce to my family, and they were glued to the whole. They were glued to the whole thing, and then we have to listen to both of the whole songs right after that. And either my spouse or my child commented, "Was that the song that just played?" Like we played Little Prince. And what was the other one?
Little Miss and Two Princes.
Little Miss and Two Princes. I combined them into the same song. Little Prince.
Little Miss Prince.
Little Miss Prince. So even they couldn't tell. Like, this is the one that just played. Fucking Spin Doctors, man. Brant's clan tag on Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, every time I see it, I always think of the disc fixer, and never the actual band.
Disc fixer.
Crank. Putting the disc in the bottom and cranking.
The surfboard wax, KY jelly wax.
Or I saw, Democratic Republic of Congo was like one of the surprise hit teams for the World Cup this year. Like they took the world by storm, like playing super well and advancing a couple rounds into it. And I saw somebody reference Dr. Pepper's Democratic Republic of Pepper. And I guess that works for Brant, your Spin Democratic Republic as well, I guess. We're actually going to talk video game news. This is not just a Gin Blossoms podcast. With
the Spin Doctor sandwich in between 2 bands.
Exactly. I really would like to see the Gin Blossoms, and I'm thinking Blues Traveler's not bad, but
I do like that Blues Travelers, especially that first album.
What was that? Was it Blue? Was it just called Blue? But it had like a green cover with a cat on it? No, it's Blues Traveler.
No, that was 4.
4, yeah. I knew it was a 4-letter word. I knew it was and it had a cat, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been when I was like $60 in deep with Columbia House, when it's like, oh, get 12 CDs for $12.
Yeah.
But then you have to buy like regular price CDs for $24 for the next 2 years.
This was in the era you would buy the whole CD, right? You weren't buying a song at a time. But this is the era.
Music and listen to it. You put it in the machine and listen to the whole album.
Yeah. But this is like, you would have these breakthrough albums like Blues Traveler. I don't think they ever had an album as big as that one. I remember Hootie and the Blowfish. Like, everybody had Cracked Rear View. Everybody had that disc.
Everybody bought that damn Rembrandt CD for the Friend song.
Jules' first record, I think, was a huge hit. Yeah. Everybody had Jagged Little Pill from Alanis Morissette. Yep. Everybody had that record. I think I've got 2 copies of it. I have a redundant. Brant, you're not a fan?
No,
oh my God, it's such a good album.
Not of Alanis. No.
Oh, that's such a good record.
I can't do Alanis.
That is banger after banger on that CD.
Which one? The singer or the city?
The singer.
2 very different things.
The one that's lost or the one that's found?
The one that has the mermaid or the one that has Namor? I mean, there's a lot of versions of Atlantis. So.
Brent, when's the last time you listened? When's the last time you gave it a go?
Very recently. I mean, I don't know. It's not my thing.
I also love knowing that one of those songs is about Uncle Joey, and it hits, man.
Right.
I just referencing, I'm mentally imaging Uncle Joey in there, and I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. It's a good record. Give it another go, Brant. I have 2 copies of the CD at least.
Yeah, it's like your Beach Boys. That's his version of it.
Oh, that's his pet. That's his pet animal sounds.
You don't
pet
get
sounds.
You don't get pet sounds.
Fuck pet sounds. I don't get it.
Dude, it's a perfect album.
I still try. Album. It sucks. It sucks shit.
It's a good ass movie. It's a good ass movie. Just watch the movie. Skip the soundtrack.
I don't get it. Then they compare it to Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and I'm like,
they said it's
no
better,
way.
Pepper, right? Yeah.
Yes. Or Paul McCartney or somebody's like, we put out this great record. We thought it was great, and then we heard Pet Sounds, and we hated our record because we love Pet Sounds. I'm like, there's no way.
I might classify it higher than Sergeant Pepper's just because you had that clash between Paul, I mean, and John, and that struggle, and it kind of gave some unbalance.
Brant, you're breaking up. Brant, you're breaking up. We might lose you for this show. I don't hear you.
It's Brant, still a great album.
Brant, are you here? Man, Pet Sounds.
Oh, such a great emotional. It is a perfect album.
Brant continues to gush.
And I will. You will never know if I'm just trolling you at this point, or if
I think you're trolling. So friend of the show, Shane Brant, you may know this individual. Tried to convince me all those years ago, and that's when I first started like really giving Pet Sounds a go. I'm like, no, this shit sucks.
I may know Shane.
So
you said the name, and did he wind up living in the same neighborhood as friend of the show, Joel?
I don't think so.
Joel.
I don't think so. I knew this individual first working at CD Warehouse. Do you guys remember CD Warehouse?
Oh, I was thinking about CD Warehouse earlier this week. I was in that area, and I was like, man, I miss CD Warehouse.
His brother worked for EB. I knew his brother through EB, and he worked at CD Warehouse. Did I buy Incesticide from him? I think I bought that at Dollywood. That's a random. I got Incesticide from a music shop in Dollywood, the Nirvana B-side record.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I got some other.
That's a good album.
It's all these like random. Yeah, it was like a filler. It's really good though.
Yeah, I mean they had the hard rock version of Polly on that one, right?
Yes. Amongst some other great covers and great B-sides. I think Molly's Lips was on there, the Vaseline's cover that was like way faster. It covered a lot of good Vaseline songs.
Yes, they did.
Did CD Warehouse have games? I don't remember them having. I was there for music.
No.
Bought a lot of Blu-rays when Blu-rays started coming out.
Really? And then we started raiding movie stops. You remember when Movie Stop was a thing? We were killing that because you could use your GameStop 10% off thing there too, and they had buy two get ones all the time.
Deep collections, man.
Yeah, you guys remember physical media stores?
Love them.
There you go. You can segue now. Segue.
We did it. Matt Piscatella is reporting from his site, Circana, and this comes to us via Chris Scollion at VGCVideoGamesChronicle.com. Only 7 PlayStation games have sold more than 100,000 physical copies in the U.S. this year, an analyst says, who is Matt Piscatella. This is, of course, in response... What's that?
An analyst.
An analyst. This is, of course, in response to... I mean, I'm an analyst, too, so I guess I have to take that.
I'm also that as well. That's my title. I'm a senior one.
You're a senior analyst?
What's great... and you'll get this. Get this. Not only am I that... I'm a senior one, but it begins with end user.
Ooh. You start in the end and end with the analyst. I'm a level 1, so I guess when I get better at analyzing, I become a level 2. There's a path. There's a path for me. Circana Senior Director and Video Game Industry Advisor, Matt Piscatella. We used to read all his MPD stuff from... What was that site he was with before? It wasn't Circana.
It was MPD. It's just they renamed that whole company to Circana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still the same company. They just changed their name.
Just a rebranding from MPD.
He left Twitter altogether. I think he only posts on
Blue Sky. I think
Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Matt Piscatello is responding to a news story about a Wolverine trailer being flooded with comments protesting Sony's decision to stop releasing new games on disc from January 2028. We, of course, know everybody's video bombing any content that comes out from them. They responded today, but maybe we talk about that next week. A half-ass response, I think. Posting on Blue Sky, Piscatello noted that while players should be making their displeasure heard, the reality is that physical PlayStation games don't sell anywhere near the same numbers as they used to in the U.S. Quote, 2 PlayStation video games sold more than 10,000 physical units in the U.S. during the week ending July 11th, 2026, Piscatello stated. 7 total have sold more than 100,000 physical units year to date. He added, commenting is cool, use your voice and all that, but commenting is cheap. I don't know. I'm deviating from the article for a second. I've also either seen or heard this put out there that, like, this feedback and these comments on social media, the companies just want to make sure that the social media presence is there. They don't really care that they want engagement. They don't really care whether it's positive or negative. The engagement counts as just engagement. Is it up and running?
Product.
Are we still posting? Is the product being represented? It doesn't really matter to them that they're being railed on anything.
You get more eyes when people bitch about stuff because everybody's going in there for the negative comments.
Engagement. That's the name of the game, right? And it goes to those people. So when they report up to senior execs and stuff, it's not the content of the engagement. It's just numbers. It's just a chart somewhere.
2 million people saw your post about Densha attack.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's where it comes down to. Or we saw engagement more on Instagram versus this platform, Blue Sky or Mastodon or whatever.
Like they said, man, talk is cheap. I mean, look, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Everybody was somewhat trying to boycott that and let that move. That's just gonna make almost $1 billion the first weekend. So
cleaning up, right? You send us those numbers.
I think they said 900 million worldwide first weekend is what it's looking like right now.
It's crazy. Big numbers. Back to the article. Piscatella later clarified the figures didn't only refer to first-party PlayStation games, but, quote, total PlayStation, all games, all publishers, all PlayStation platforms. VGC notes it's been 3 weeks since Sony's made the comment about physical media and that they're not really posting anything else or responding. Piscatella replied to another user that, in his opinion, backlash to Sony dropping discs is one thing, but the price of the PS6 could end up being the ultimate deciding factor in how well the console sells, rather than whether it can play physical games. They've absolutely factored that in. That is not a key metric for them anymore, especially based off of these numbers. I think we talked about it either last week or 2 weeks ago. Jason Schreier having his own YouTube channel. Cesar, you been checking out any of his stuff?
Yeah, I saw his breakdown on the costs that get physical versus digital and how much more a publisher pulls in and how much Sony pulls. I mean, what they said, Sony pulls in 100%, right? They don't have to worry about making the discs, going to retail, all that stuff on there. I mean, that's why they want to do it. But they said it was like a third party's like 70 or 65% versus like 45 and 50% or something like that.
Right.
Physical. So like everybody gets a bigger cut. What's it called? The toll rises for everybody, right? Water.
Yeah.
And
rising tide.
He was noting that the business model has changed so much where back in the day they needed these brick and mortar retail partners. They hated the used market. They did not want them getting their cut of those used games. And we've seen several attempts to try to cut them out of that between, you guys remember what's that?
Online game passes for multiplayer.
Oh yeah, you would buy a PS3 game, and if you got it used, it may not come with the code to let you play Last of Us Online or Uncharted 3 or Killzone 3. I don't know if those were 3 specific titles, but just examples. But then, like, you remember immediately, like a couple months in, like GameStop would just print you a code on the receipt. They found a way around that with their profit margins. And then, of course, infamously, the Xbox One initially cut that whole circuit out by having you tied to that disc and not letting you trade those things around. And PS4 really ran out of the gate based off of many factors, but one of them being the loaning a game to a friend thing where Shuhei just handed the disc to Adam Boyes. So he was noting they've been trying to get out of that for a long, long time. And they don't need those retail partners. And then GameStop's out there saying, hey, we don't make that much money on games anymore. Our margins are on like
Funko Pops and Pokemon cards.
Yep.
Where even are we anymore?
I don't know. I still feel it's a bit reductionist because, I mean, a sale's a sale. That's a sale you wouldn't have otherwise. And I mean, especially the older folks. I mean, how many times is somebody's uncle or grandmother or even their parents that don't really know much about video games gonna go into a store and know, okay, I've got this written down, show me where this one is.
Yeah.
And or maybe they go, maybe I can't afford this one, let me see on the rack here what's on sale, what's on clearance, and let me pull a couple of these games, because me buying at least 2 games is better than getting the one game, something like that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
And your job there, go ahead, Cesar.
No, I mean, I just want to say, I just, what is a game even anymore, man? Half these games are updated 90% of the time. That's my love for physical media is not like it's what it used to be. I always believed, and I said this before, that I always felt that the true way was to Sony and Microsoft not to actually make games anymore, but to give it to somebody who will print out a complete game on disc when it's done. I thought that's what was going to happen versus getting rid of the disc altogether. But like, you know what? We're still going to have a way for you to get a disc, but we're not going to do it. We're going to give it out to like Criterion, like a company that runs like Criterion for video games, or Arrow Video for video games, like those. Like, all right, you know, they're not going to make a game unless it's complete on disc. I mean, at that point, it would be worth owning the physical media, in my opinion. But that's just my thoughts on it.
And we saw that happen. Like, we knew a limited run thing was coming out, but like, what's coming on that? You know, is that the Gold Master right to retail, or is that including all updates? Like a Dave the Diver, they're still coming out with stuff for Dave the Diver. What does a Dave the Diver physical copy get you anymore?
But even the little limited run stuff's not the same anymore, because like I'll get something and it's like, yep, there's an update on there. I mean, even those are not complete. I mean, they're playable at least, but they're still not 100% complete. So
yeah, you get a playable version on that disc, and I mean, Nintendo's about the only one out there now that's still like, you know, maybe a year or two later, you can get technically a different run of that cartridge, which will have an updated version of that game fully on the cart.
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, I mean, Sony was dabbling with that, because you can get a Days Gone 1.04 from like VGP, complete version of Days Gone on disc. So I just thought that I thought seriously we were going to go to a thing where it was going to be an external device anyways, but we're going to have other manufacturers make discs, kind of like what they've done with Blu-rays and 4K movies. Like you have Grove, which is a joint venture between Warner Brothers and Universal. You know, they basically built this new company that handles the physical media while they just take care of the digital rental sales. So
I have ordered so much from Grove. They always have good sales. They always have good deals. The shipping's always fast. I've never had any issues.
But I know we weren't going to talk about it, but I know they said on that call that they were going to go cautiously. And, some people were reading between the lines. I was like, what does that mean? Does that mean you get more digital rights? Does that mean they're kind of coming out with an external drive for people who have it? Is it going to mean disc to digital?
Yeah.
And somebody made a comment on social media. It's like, this is crazy. It's cool that you're going to announce that physical media is going away, but it's like, if you're going to do something different, you should probably announce it with physical media going away, not just say, hey, it's going away. So like, don't trust our products anymore. But, as Richard said before in the past, these game companies, all three of them are not the same that we grew up with, man. They're all even
very different.
Even Sony, man, because like Sony's crazy. PlayStation's their number one maker, right? That's why they stepped away from single player on PC. Because I told them they got to be careful not to fuck around. They were putting these games on other places. I was like, PlayStation's their moneymaker. They can't sit there and play around and lose it. We don't have any more, Bio computers, and they stepped away from the Ericsson phones, and Sony's very different from what they used to be.
Bravia.
They sold the Bravias. They very different from what they used to, right? It's not, they don't have that extra play money. So
did you see that chart somebody made where the situation for Xbox is exactly the opposite? It's the bottom tier of anything Microsoft has.
Yeah, it's like losing money. While like they're as
it's in the negative.
Like money.
Yeah, it's like in the negative.
$1.7 billion negative.
And at the top is like, I didn't know they owned LinkedIn. At the top is like corporate 365 and LinkedIn, and yeah,
GitHub's up there too. Probably, you know, they own those sites that everybody freaking uses. So they bought LinkedIn a couple years back, or like 6 or 7 years ago.
Is it harder because we grew up with this medium? It's not like I always use Casablanca as the example, right? You can get that on anything. It'll play on a Toshiba player. It'll play on a Sony player. You're not stuck to this ecosystem.
Unless you get a bad transfer, right? Casablanca's complete, no matter what version you get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't fucking play Black Flag on PS5. I mean, this is a day one patch, so that's why I went digital on that one. I was like, I'm not buying a physical copy of this. So.
Oh well, yeah, the physical copy. Literally, I sent it to Richard because I was thinking about getting it, and looked at Amazon, and literally on the box it says, you have to connect to the internet to install the game. I'm like, what? Why? It's a single player game. Like, I get the online services and the like DLC skins and everything they have tied to that, but install the game,
it's what's crazy, Brent, to bring it up to you. I think it's because that when you fire up that game, it pulls up that same bullshit menu you get at Call of Duty. Where like, oh, here's the most recent Assassin's Creed games you can choose from this menu, and I think it's part of it is that bullshit, because like I can go through and fire up,
Ubisoft
fire up Shadows on there. I'm like,
man,
this is dumb. I was like, I just want to play one game, man. It's like I just want to play the new one on here. It's like, why is all the options for the other ones on here? I don't get that. Oh man.
Brant on the show last week, Brant pivoted to what was that one, Rogue? Brant's like, I'll get my fix. I'll play something I already have. And you were enjoying the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm still enjoying Rogue. Haven't beat it yet.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, Richard. I mean, I know we kind of grew up with that format, but it's also, a lot of people realize it's about the rights management with that too. Because even though it's like, yes, I can hold this disc in my hand, and I understand. I don't own the Devil May Cry franchise, obviously.
Right.
But whatever I want to do with this disc, I can do. If I want to keep it forever, I can. If I want to lend it to somebody,
Brent, can I borrow that? Can I borrow that and play it next week?
I can sell it. Yeah, I mean, like, I can do whatever I want with it. They're going to a future where you can't, and other services have figured this out. I mean, now you see, since the announcement, people have been downloading their Steam games to little like thumb drives or little hard drives, and like literally like you can plug it in the bay in the computer, and boop, it immediately like pops up in the Steam.
Yeah, like having an executable, like a native executable.
And I've heard with GOG, you can take any of those games from GOG, download them, you could burn them to a disk, put them on a flash drive. You can completely uninstall GOG, delete it from your machine, plug that thing in or put in the disk that you burned, and guess what? You're playing the game because it's yours, and you can still do whatever you want with it. But
part of that's because they're not in their own ecosystem. So
yeah,
that's the only thing. Because I mean, they may say Steam OS, but it's Linux based, right? So, but like anything that's
not a walled garden.
I mean, even Xbox OS. I mean, even PlayStation's in their ecosystem, right? I mean, you have to like jailbreak it or figure out a way to get around it to do that similar thing. So,
and that's one of the hopes. It's a story coming up, but that's one of the hopes preservation wise with this original Xbox on PC announcement. All of a sudden, you have all these other tools on PC you don't have in the walled garden of a console ecosystem. People can start messing with Conquer Live and Reloaded, and that could be modded, and there's like a bunch of extra bonuses you can get from the PC community versus being on a console and being stuck on that ecosystem.
Is this modded? No.
No. Why does Conquer have two tails? If you had told me, between us and the people that we know and play games with and play LAN parties and all that sort of stuff, if you told me that a remake of the first Halo was coming out in Unreal Engine and it's going to be all this shiny stuff and 4-player co-op and all that, and nobody we know was going to buy a physical copy, I'd call bullshit on that. I was like, how? There's no way. And yet we've all downloaded some semblance of it or pre-purchased a digital copy or played through Game Pass. The
physical's a coaster.
Yep. It's not a thing. It's not something we can play. I've got 18 copies of Halo 1 and probably 16 to 18 copies of Halo 2 that work right now.
No.
And a small patch to get Halo 2 up to date, like a small online patch, not 100 gigs to get it up to date, but like 2 megabytes maybe. Map packs. They sold a map pack that you can put on there. Mm-hmm. I have a physical disc that I can update Halo 2 with on that hard drive. It's just that's already hit the nail on the head. These companies aren't what in any way, and it's just it's just nostalgia, I guess, dragging us back to thinking that they're not going to find a way to min-max profits, and it's not going to be consumer friendly. It's going to be business friendly.
You hope that they do some semblance of consumer friendly, because you have to use Steam as a framework on how to properly do digital, right? You can buy shit for people, give shit for people. You can add people to families, share games, depending as long as you're not playing the same one. That's like stuff that you expect these game consoles that they're gonna have to like figure out because they're gonna end up competing at some point. They're gonna say like, all right, we're competing somebody else's digital. Like they could just get it here, outside of maybe first party games, because So you hope that they'll go in there and like, all right, make it a little bit more user friendly. So shit, I can buy Xbox game key codes from third-party outlets. I can't do that with fucking PlayStation. I could do it with Nintendo. I can go to Humble and buy some.
Yeah, they sell through Humble. That's right, and get a discount.
Sony locked that down. They took that all away from them. It's like, you only buy it from us. So it's like, you have to have that. Hopefully they'll make those changes. If not, then they're going to learn the hard way. So, and I told you they can't really mess around with PlayStation. That's their moneymaker right now.
Yeah.
So
they're messing. I started smiling earlier because Brent mentioned they started removing this stuff a while back when they figured out you could buy a digital license and that would be stuck with you. Remember the Zune would let you like share playlists? There was ways so Microsoft gave this a shot. They tried it with the Microsoft Zune. And gaming related, there was like a Gears of War and a Halo 3 themed Zune. But there were ways to share those songs. You could share like a playlist. I can't remember if you had to be in like close proximity or you had to be like a Zune friend, and it was a temporary thing. It was kind of like loaning a Kindle book or something, but you could at least like, Cesar could tell us a great song he was playing and he would send it to us and we could enjoy it for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of plays before we purchased it. But that was a neat way of doing that and exposing people to stuff. 20 years ago? Zune's probably 20 years old.
In keeping with the trends of showing us that they're not really ready for an all-digital future.
Great segue.
We're going to move on to the next story here. This one is Chris Scully on VGC. And this comes from, I didn't put it in here because I was going to go ahead and mention it. PlayStation last weekend had a decent outage along with the beta going live for Marvel's Tokon. So that was a big issue going around where people weren't even allowed to play the beta. And then Xbox started having an extended outage where it involved players' accounts, profiles, the store, subscriptions, mobile app services. I know I was having some different issues with my Xbox. I know we got on and played last Saturday and I didn't have any problems playing with y'all, but I know when I'd go to like my library, the library tabs, and go all the way down to see like all the games that are attached to my account, it would just put up an error message and say, having issues or something like that. So it wasn't able to pull down and see all those things that I owned. I know
that's not helpful.
It was tied to some like third party that worked with Xbox, and they, had engineers working on it immediately to try and solve the issue. But what was odd was people were noticing that even their physical games at one point weren't working. And eventually that got fixed, and then it was just the digital games that they owned weren't working. And of course that has to do with the entitlements tied to those physical games, and the whole smart delivery thing, where you put that game in and it calls out to the server and tries to figure out what best version of the game you need for your system and things like that. The other funny thing was,
so it was an integration piece that died.
Yeah, and people were also figuring out, because certain services were down, they could look up delisted games and just push them from the app to their Xbox. So there were people like,
oh shit!
I saw people pushing Silent Hill Downpour and downloading the full game on their Xbox. So
what about that Afterburner game? I'm always intrigued by that one.
I guess that got fixed as well. So I don't know if those people that downloaded them to their machines were able to keep those, but
so they do exist out there.
Yes,
they're out there.
They're still on those servers, at least in some capacity.
They're on legal servers.
But of course, by now but it was a big chunk of the weekend from the articles and everything that was going around here. But of course, it was fixed by now.
Kind of a warning for an all digital future, right? Not being able to access that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some questionable ads on that story.
But in better news,
in happier news,
what can we do with those some of our original Xbox games, Richard?
Let's play them on PC. Coming from VGC and Dave Aubrey, Xbox backward compatibility launches on PC for Xbox games playable now. Classic Xbox games are now playable on Windows PCs thanks to Xbox backward compatibility on PC, which launches today as of July 22nd, almost a week ago, in an early release state. So we're like beta testing these. I tried a couple things. I know Cesar's tinkered with it because you were telling me they went live. When I checked it, it was like included with your Game Pass Essential. Stream from the cloud. So I played some Blinks the Time Sweeper via the cloud, which wasn't bad. But there's been some funny things with these releases. The first 4 games are Blinks the Time Sweeper, Conquer Live and Reloaded, and Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge, as well as Fusion Frenzy. 2 of them I had to buy the license for 1, and then the other game I think is like $10, and I just skipped it. I was like, man, I'll come back to that later. But there's certain weird things with Windows, like even if you pick the full 4K one, if you haven't set your DPI settings in Windows to match that, it like doesn't scale, like it doesn't go above 1080p or something. There's some weird funky things with it. But this is I think this is great news, as Brant was alluding to. So you messed with some of these. Did you have good luck with them?
Yeah, I played Conquers and Blinks natively on my ROG.
I need to tinker with the settings a little bit more because they, Cesar, you probably saw this too. They have their own settings menu. So when you boot it up, it's got like this new splash screen that's like a really basic Windows, like it was Conquer with his leg folded up, like it was a new menu, but you could go in there and change some settings and stuff like that. Mine was super, super bogged down, laggy, like 8 frames per second is what I was getting with Conquer. And I know this machine is more than capable of running an original Xbox title. But I think I got to mess around with. There's like 4 times MSAA filtering. You can run it up to 4K resolution on the screen. Again, if you haven't changed those DPI settings, you're not going to get anything above 1080p. But I think the 960p or the 1080p one was like the sweet spot, whatever that double internal rendering of 480p was. In some of the Digital Foundry stuff that I was watching. But another interesting note is it's running on the Xbox 360 emulator version. So it's like an emulator on top of an emulator. Cesar, I know you'll like this. The 4th comment on YouTube when I was reading that was it said Lost Odyssey waiting room. I think I thumbs up that comment.
Yeah.
So it
some
definitely,
people have already been monkeying around with that and got some Xbox 360 games to work. They've had some issues with some, obviously, because this whole thing is kind of early on in development here. But I guess early beta.
They seem to give a shit about
it. Yeah, they said it's pretty impressive what they can get done. So
And they're going to add more titles. They're going to add achievements to it. Like the achievements aren't out yet because I guess this is kind of like an early release thing. But man, all those digital licenses shining through. I went through. I think I sent some of you guys when I found that Destiny collection thing for $2.99 or $1.99 or whatever it was. There was a bunch of games. I spent probably $20-$30 on just like $2 titles and $3 titles. KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2 was like $4.99, I think. So I'm thinking like, hey, maybe this comes to that in the future, and then I can play it on all the different Xbox things that I have.
Now I was laughing because, like, to your credit about the 360, if you go to the Crimson Skies, I'm looking at the Microsoft Store right now. It says in description, it says an Xbox 360 hard drive is required to use this item. Gameplay alert. The online multiplayer leaderboards, the voice features of this game are no longer supported. The game has been fully tested to successfully play on your Xbox 360 console.
Remember, you had to have a hard drive to play backwards compatible stuff on 360. That was
to your credit, that's how you know it's a 360 emulator, because it's the Microsoft Store. They just copy pasted.
Straight up says the same description.
On the 360. Yeah.
I think that's cool. The barrier. I don't know if that's changed, and maybe you can get around it with a modified 360. But you can't just pop a regular SSD in there. It's got to be flashed to whatever their firmware is to be exactly like, you can use one, but it will not do the backwards compatible stuff unless it's one of those official 360 hard drives.
Yeah, I think with jailbreaking a 360, it doesn't matter. I think you can run pretty much everything off a external drive once you do that.
This is definitely cool, and I know we were all big supporters of that 360 backwards compatibility and original Xbox on those series consoles, and even the One and One X. That was our we had a post on Instagram that was liked by the official Xbox account that had like Panzer Dragoon, Orta, Crimson Skies maybe was one of those. Like there was a stack of a couple games that got added to that program and they liked it. I always thought that was cool. I think that was my 1S I took that picture with way back in the day. But we want to see more of that. They did such a great job with those, and it was so much fun going back and getting those games. And they're still cheap. We're not at the point where those are getting like outrageous. Some of the PS3 stuff is going crazy right now. But
like your Puppeteer, that shit's expensive as fuck.
Puppeteer's going insane. Folklore was another one that I saw, and somehow I have sealed copies of both of those. I have a redundant sealed copy of both of those. Yep, Puppeteer. And I have a digital copy of Puppeteer. I think they either gave it to us or it's super inexpensive.
I got a digital copy of that too.
Yeah, would love to see more from this. I think these are all good picks, and these are all in that Game Pass Essential. So I did scroll through, and the ones I didn't have, I could play with that tier. So might be worth looking to see what other games are in that tier as well, and see if those are the next ones. And it would be great to see some 360 stuff. So, some good news. We needed good news. It's been like weeks and weeks and weeks of doom and gloom and no physical media and prices going up. I feel like this was I
don't know, man. I think some of us, we're just old. That's the problem. Some of these people I talk to at work, some of these interns I talk to work, and they straight out of college, and they're like, I never bought a disc before in my life. That's what they tell me. It doesn't affect me.
Oh, it does. They just don't know it yet.
Remember, friend of the show, Mermy, was all digital, 5 or 6 years ago? Mm-hmm. With the digital 1S, no physical games, no discs, 0. I'll download it, or I'll play it on Game Pass.
Most of my coworkers are the same thing, man. They're like, they literally, like, they show me their rooms, their gaming rooms. It's just literally a 2K monitor. PC monitor, a Series X console, nothing else in that room in a bed. They're like super simplistic.
Damn.
They said everything they own is on that Xbox. They said they don't have to pop no discs in there or anything like that. So
they don't own it.
Part of me respects it, but part of me can't let it go. Like there's a beauty to the simplicity, is there not?
That's the thing. Yeah. They love the minimalism because they're like, I don't think they care, like kind of like Brand, like whether they own it or not, because all they talking about is traveling the world and stuff like that. So,
Well, and I mean, I don't remember us talking about it. I know I didn't put it in news, but like there was that story from, I guess it was earlier this month now, where that guy lost his Xbox account.
Because it got
25 plus years. Yeah, it got compromised. There was some shady stuff going on, so they just locked it. And he talked to customer service, and they're like, "Look, it's locked. We locked it. It's done. We can't do anything."
Yeah.
And until he went online and bitched about it, then all of a sudden customer service contacted him out of the blue and was like, "Hey, look, we've reinstated some of your purchases." And
it wasn't even locked. It wasn't even locked. They deleted his account.
It's in the fine print when we sign up, when we agree to these things.
OneDrive, they deleted his game purchases, everything. They deleted the whole Microsoft account.
So Microsoft deleted him. He had no Microsoft presence on this earth.
It wasn't he was locked out. It was gone. The account was gone. They deleted it.
Damn. But then all of a sudden they were able to build him a new account and reinstate his purchases. Like they somehow were able to just figure out all the entitlements he used to have.
Interesting.
Even though it was gone forever.
Yeah, that's just I mean, I'm not giving anybody a leeway out, but that's just unfortunate the way the times are. Because like I can tell you, people were not happy about the Sony one where they can delete your account after inactive use for 3 years. But I am fully aware of certain aspects of other areas dealing with IT security that 3 years is very generous. You're guaranteed way less time.
Damn.
So it is also common practice to have that as part of IT security. You just can't have an unknown account just sitting on your servers from a security aspect.
Brant and I were joking. Make sure you plan out your coma to be less than 36 months. Make sure you're in that window.
So it's unfortunate, man. Look, this is the future, man. It's like I told Renee the other day. Like I know some people are like, yeah, I'm gonna go into Steam, and I'm like, I don't give. Steam don't do shit for me either, because there's times I bought stuff from Steam and Steam's like, hey, the store they screwed up the price, so we're gonna revoke your key. That's between you and the store. So now you don't own this purchase anymore. That's between you guys. And they take it right out of my library. And I'm like, I was sitting here playing this. They're like, yep, that's not us. It's you got to go talk to them. Sorry. So it's like it doesn't matter where you get it from. So.
Did you guys get the good deals on the Hollow Knight and Silk Song Walmart Switch 2 versions?
I did not. I didn't see that.
I got both of them. This was months ago. Whenever they announced them, there was a weird Walmart thing where they were like $20-something a piece, because my receipt says like $41.86 for both copies. And I was like, I'll get the physical copy for that. It's going on the shelf. I know I'm not playing it anytime soon. I've got Hollow Knight on 5 different things. And then I got I think yesterday I got due to a logging error or something, we're unable to deliver these 2 items. I'm like, sure, whatever. Something got flagged at some point and this just got removed. So nothing you can do with that, dispute that either. So now they're back to whatever that MSRP is on those.
I mean, like I said, man, I've been screwed over by every digital store there is, so that's why I don't really care. So
it's temporary. You can't be upset if they remove it from you, because it's
I gotta do. I mean,
temporary.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? I can stop using that service, but
when we have 2,000 plus games on that one. Did anybody, speaking of Switch ports, did anybody double dip on the Final Fantasy X 10-2 Switch 2 ports? It appears that they're not much of an upgrade, if anything at all. I was just curious.
I didn't think they were anything. I think they were being what Square is doing. Square is being so backward on Switch 2 stuff. They're making you rebuy the entire game. None of your save data migrates over if you had the Switch version. And pretty much everything that Square's put out on Switch 2 has been game key card. So it's,
So me and Richard's, and I know Richard probably saw this, me and Richard's favorite site, RPG site, which loves to do photos of like all the portable versions of ways of playing games.
I think that's whose review I looked at.
They broke it down. Like they broke down PS3, Vita, 4, Xbox One, PC, Steam, Switch 1, Switch 2. and it broke down all the different options. Like PS3 and Vita do not have an OST option. All the rest of them do. There's no boosters until you get to Steam or Switch 2. Switch 2 is the only console that has the booster, where you can just boost up your XP and just go up to 99 immediately. Autosave, funny enough, is only available on PC, not available on the consoles. Steam is the only one you can cutscene skip. And then Quick Heal is only available on Switch 1 and Switch 2 and Vita.
It's so bizarre. And Vita?
Weird.
You have to play portable to Quick Heal.
So apparently the Switch 2 version has the most complete version out of all of them for whatever reason. Why? I have no idea. The only one that's true 4K is the Xbox One. That is the only version that's actually native 4K. Yep. That's the best looking version they own. So
it's so bizarre.
Yeah, you can't even get native 4K on the PC version. It's the Xbox One. It's the only one that has native 4K. I was reading that whole article. It's so interesting on how different each version is. So
that's crazy.
They do really good stuff. Brand, I know we've talked about that site before, but they lay out all the copies of whatever they're doing. Like it's just their title for an Instagram post or their website or blog post or whatever. They'll have a device playing like the menu of each one, and they'll have a coffee mug with coffee off to the side. And I'm like, man, this is like it's like a wholesome, clean, cozy, dare I say cozy, Brant, your favorite term. But it'll have like the Final Fantasy X. Fine, this is my hot take up there. This is my pet sounds. Cozy. It's a cozy. But they'll have like the main menu of each one on that device like running, and you can immediately tell like, okay, ROG Ally.
Like you said, with a cup, with a cup of coffee right next to it. There's always some iced coffee or coffee right next to it.
And it's so cool, and they're breaking down these different versions like this, and this is a great place to play. This is a great place to play. This maybe skip this one if you don't have anywhere else. Play this one. It's fine.
If you like RPGs, this is a good site to go to. Like I said, at the very end of the article, they always break it down. So like I won't spend too much time on here because I don't want to be doing it that much. But it says, Final Fantasy X on PS4. It says if you have old data from the PS3 or Vita versions and care about trophies more than image quality and features, that version is the one to get. It works on via remote play. And then you have Switch. This is only worth buying if you have no other console to play it on. Steam, if you're okay with some controller issues, play both at home and own a Steam Deck or PC handheld, this is the one to get. Xbox One, this is the best looking version of 10 on console. It is worth getting if you play on a One X or a Series X.
I might have to track that down now.
Yeah, Xbox on PC, don't buy this. I bought it just for comparison. It's not worth it until the save syncing is added. Switch 2, this is by far the best console version now, all things considered. While the lack of an upgrade path and save transfer is disappointing, this is the only version I buy to play on console right now. And then Vita, if you want to play the PS4 version and sync saves and handheld natively, this is the one to buy in addition to the PS4 version. So they said the Switch 2 version is by far the best console version to buy at this time.
I was doing my playthrough before this most recent one was a Vita PS4 back and forth. Was a transferring or PS3. Maybe it was PS3. Was transferring. That was what it was then.
Yeah, transferring.
Yeah,
Brant,
transferring, baby.
Just if you haven't been to RPG site, go there. I love RPG site because every time a Square Enix announces a new game, they always update the article. Like, how does it? Square Enix is fucking up the upgrade path again. It's like every time they do a new game, it's like, oh, how does Square Enix screw up the upgrade path again? And they go into like the whole article about it. Yeah,
they're the only one that's completely abandoned like the upgrade path. Most people do the upgrade paths, and they're like, nope, fuck it, buy it again, play it again.
I don't understand.
But they love doing that article because it's like the Square Enix did it to themselves. They're not consistent, right? They're like, all right, well, we'll patch your Dragon Quest 3 to work on Switch 2, 60 frames per second. And they're like, oh, Romancing Saga 2, just pay $29 to get the Switch 2 version. Everything else, nope, you got to buy the new version. It's like,
and again, like the
Final Fantasy Tactics, free upgrade to the Switch 2 one. It's all over the place.
It's free, yeah, it's great.
Back to the 10-year example, like we would have railed, like the internet would have been up in arms about every single one of these things. But it almost looks like a goodwill gesture that they're even making something now. We have a thing that we can purchase at retail still, or trade in our old games towards this, or have something to put on the shelf. It's a game key card, like the game key discs, I guess, but it's a thing. It's a thing you could loan. I could loan you guys a copy of something. You could loan me a copy of something. I could trade it in towards something else. It's just
Richard,
it's bizarre.
You're absolutely correct, and also track you down to Final Fantasy X and Xbox. I think I ended up buying it for like $20 or $15 on Amazon a couple years back, a physical copy.
There may be one in there. I know I grabbed 15 Royal Edition when they were clearancing all those out. I think I got that for PS4 and Xbox.
I mean, they're not super expensive. You can get one pre-owned at the place that sells Funko Pops for $19.99. So,
oh, my favorite Funko dealer.
Yeah.
My favorite place that sells Funkos that took over Funko. Somebody posted a bunch of Funko Land pictures with their like custom cardboard cartridge sleeves and stuff, and I was like, damn, I remember those days. Usually getting my brother to spend his money on stuff. Like, I read about this game called Toe Jam and Earl. We got to go get it for your Genesis because he had the Genesis. It's like, I heard we're going to like this.
He never regretted it, though.
That became a favorite. Kirby's Adventure was one of those. I'm trying to think if I ever talked him into just straight up getting a lemon. I know he got me Final Fantasy there for Christmas one year, the NES one, because Mom dropped him off to go into the store by himself and make a purchase like December 13th, 14th, something like that. And I ended up with Final Fantasy. I think it came from that Funko Land. Did you guys buy anything of note or any specific memories of said Funko Land? Bray, did you ever go into one?
Oh, yeah.
I bought a Star Ocean Second Story on PlayStation from them used. That was the last game I bought from them.
I was talking to somebody this past week, Cesar, that went to East Clayton Elementary School, and I was completely shocked at this revelation. And they shopped at the same Blockbuster that you and I would go to. And I was like, no way. The more people you meet, it's like the more the world closes in. It is. It's insane. East Clayton. I'm like, no way.
East Clayton's no longer located where it used to be at. So
right.
No.
And there's like a big Quick Trip distribution thing over there, right? Like a big where they make the sandwiches, I think.
Right across the street from McDonald's.
Yeah, the kitchens. The kitchens is located over there. Next up in news, we hear you like digital PlayStation games. PlayStation Plus monthly games for August.
Yay.
Dying Light 2, Stay Human Reloaded Edition, and Big Walk and Signalis. Okay, that's 4 titles.
Signalis is a great game. It's a great game.
Signalis. I think you and Brant talked about this one in the past, right? Yeah. Okay, all right. So I ran one of those together as 2. Dying Light 2, Stay Human Reloaded Edition is 1 game. So that's a big Dying Light 2 thing. Oh, 4-player co-op. We could try that out, right?
I mean, we're only missing one of the people here doesn't have a PlayStation, but
that one's not cross-play, I'm assuming.
I mean, that person's been playing Black Ops on the PS4 the whole time. So
physical copy of Black Ops 4. You like that in Thread? I assure you do not have a physical copy of Black Ops 4 for PS4.
It just came out. Hey, what do you mean you were playing it years ago? It just came out.
Coming off our highly successful playthrough 4-player campaign Call of Duty Black Ops, right? That I got us all hyped up for.
Dead Ops.
We got together and played some games. I feel like my work here is done. I feel like I did what I was after.
We did a thing.
Yeah, we did a thing.
We did.
Big Walk by House. I think I remember seeing this in one of the PlayStation shows. The aforementioned Signalis is coming to PS4, so you can play it on PS5. And you're going to get a Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls PlayStation Plus pack, including 5 avatars inspired by characters from Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, including Captain America, Storm, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, and Ghost Rider, as well as a set of in-game result screen character poses featuring 20 characters, including Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Star-Lord, Penny Parker, and more. It's actually kind of a cool bonus. It's like this would have been $10 or $15 on like PS3, PS4 era days, right? Yeah. To get all the avatars and character packs.
I know Brant follows Marvel stuff like I do, but do we get a Ryan Gosling skin for the Ghost Rider since he's the new Ghost Rider? You think that's happening now?
Hey, it's possible. They like to add the
Ryan Gosling skin,
the cinematic stuff. They just added the new Spider-Man suits to Spider-Man 2.
The token one looks
just a
funny.
few days.
Yeah, the token one looks weird. Yeah.
I saw Spider-Man 2 got a title update. You don't like how he looks in the Token game?
It looks AI generated. It's like weird, cartoony, and on the live face, it's acquired taste. Because we got the token suit, and then they got the brand new day suit. It's the two updates. Every time there's something Spider-Man related, they always update that game with the latest suits.
Okay. Good way of keeping it alive.
Yeah.
And it was just on sale. Like they just had a sale on the physical copy. Yeah. Remember when we had physical copies of games?
What a time to be alive.
And last but not least, some new titles coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus. Those include Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube side of this content library. Really good game. I love Super Mario Sunshine. I think it's fantastic. Friend of the show, Mark's Knight, and I played through. I think Cesar got in some of that too, but we didn't play through it all together like we did Star Fox Adventures all those years ago.
Did I play Star Fox Adventures? I feel like I slept most of the time.
You got some naps in. You did. But we beat it collectively.
I remember being woken up by I think Russell, all right, it's your turn, handing the control. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm running around this pyramid the whole time. I'm like, I don't know where to go.
It became a chore. It became a chore amongst the three of us. We had to finish it.
And you gave it to me when I'm the most confused. I still remember when I fell asleep playing Gears of War 3, and you left me the level doing that.
Lancer up.
Screaming my name. I woke up like, huh? Still at the beginning of the level. Y'all waiting on me. Friend of the show, Uno's over there playing with us.
I want to say the three of us were together and you weren't with us. I think you were playing online, so we couldn't get a hold of you. Yeah.
You were screaming my name in the headset. I finally woke up. I remember that. They're like, "You're like, what are you doing?" I'm like, It's like, oh, my bad.
So we just assume we'll get through the level and we'll save and we'll be done, and then we can just jump off of here. But we cleared the wave of wherever we were at, and we couldn't move the screen. Like we couldn't go forward without him. Cesar had to come with us as his character. And we should have just stopped.
Hey man, I miss those days. I literally got sleep now. My watch yelled at me yesterday because I had 3 hours and 6 minutes of sleep. That's about my average.
Man. Oof. No bueno. Super Mario Sunshine's coming to the GameCube side of that. Nintendo GameCube Classics, Nintendo Classics on Nintendo Switch 2. I'm sure that's all trademarked. On August 13th, so two weeks away. VGC notes, previously the classic platform was only available via the now discontinued 3D All-Stars collection and GameCube disc. Mention that in there. Alongside Super Mario Sunshine on August 4th, 2 previously unreleased games will be added to the Virtual Boy library, along with the previously announced ability to customize screen color. So kind of like a firmware update for the Virtual Boy.
They found a copy of Croc 2. They're putting it on the Virtual Boy.
I did see some Croc 2 news kicking around. How do you guys feel about Croc 2? Does it hold as special of a place in your heart?
I never played Croc 2 back in the day. As soon as I beat that, as soon as I you might have the same experience I have and Cesar. I immediately popped Croc 2 in after I beat the original Croc. They changed that game into Banjo-Kazooie.
Ugh.
Along with
the board game. There's a board game. Fuck that game.
It's all like overworld, and everybody goes like they do the thing that weird animal noises with the text boxes popping up. No, the witch wasn't there. But then it's all level based. Like you'll walk up to a door and then you'll go into an actual level and play the level. And I was like, this doesn't. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the original Croc.
It was like, it's like you said. It was like they saw Banjo-Kazooie in Mario 64, and they're like, oh, we got to integrate some of this 3D platforming stuff that's like all these young kids are liking now.
Banjo-Kazooie, especially on the voice, I don't know, because you had big open environments, and it wouldn't have looked good with all the shifting textures and dithering of the PS1. But if you had a CD-ROM style access for Banjo-Kazooie, and you could actually put voices in there, and it wasn't all that, That would have been a huge improvement in that one. And Cesar's
I
board
think
game.
it only came out for PS2 though, is the thing, or PS2, PS1.
Yeah,
because it didn't get a Saturn release.
So the Saturn was dead by then, right? So they should have used the CD-ROM for a little bit more than they did, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, knowing our luck, that's going to come out for $59.99. I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Just automatically excluded.
I'm out. It's not for me.
I'm still waiting on my physical copies from Rocket Games.
I got the notification that mine supposedly supposed to ship at the end of this month. I believe it when I see it. Because they said get this, Frank. The Switch ones that are not special editions shipped at the beginning of this month. Then the PS5 ones, and then the people that had both get those last. And I was like, all right, man, I don't know if I'm getting this or not. So we'll see.
I'm about to say I had the regular physical edition for Switch, and then I think I got the special edition for PS4. So yeah, I'm sure they'll wait to send it all together.
I can't speak to the special editions. I just know they're supposed to be all like the standard editions are supposed to be all shipped out by the end of this month, which is today. So we'll see. I haven't yet to get a notification that anything of mine is shipped. Yes.
I need to actually mess with this Virtual Boy thing. The two unreleased games we're getting are D-Hopper and Zero Racers. Notably, the latter is a spin-off game based off F-Zero that was completed, but ultimately never released, according to a former Nintendo staff member. That is in the VGC article. G-Zero, which was later renamed Zero Racers, was originally in development for the Virtual Boy, but the commercial failure of the hardware meant it, along with a number of other planned titles, was never released. If you look at the little video they came out with, it's like a wireframe 3D-ish looking. It doesn't have the speed of F-Zero, so I would say don't go into trying this out with that expectation. It does not have that blistering speed and sense of racing, from what I can tell. D-Hopper almost seems like a top-down jumping flash, right?
Yeah, it kind of gave me jumping flash vibes.
You got the same feel from it? Mm-hmm. I really need to mess with this thing. I actually love the Virtual Boy. D-Hopper. Yeah, it even looks like the little rabbit from Jumping Flash.
Dennis Hopper?
I'll take famous hoppers for 400. Yeah, I haven't even packed my little Virtual Boy thing. It's still sitting in the room in there.
I mean, I think the most I played was that Wario game, and that was like maybe the tennis game where I'm like, you know what, this is just like Super Tennis, so fuck this game. And then
it's better than Super Tennis.
I don't know if I gave it a fair shake. That's why I'm like, Super Tennis sucks, man. I hate Super Tennis. It's like
we need to try it again. We need to go back in
sounds, man. It's like the pet sounds of video games, man. And everybody talks about how great it is, and every time I play, it's like, this game sucks. This game fucking sucks.
Perfect analogy. Exact same. This is exactly.
We do this every time I play so many fucking tennis games. We play so many fucking tennis games, right? Yep. It should be. We played Andre Agassi on the Sega Genesis where I'm sure it got like a 3 out of 10. Great fucking game. Had a wonderful time. We played that for like several hours.
It's a lot of fun.
We can't even get past like 15 minutes on Super Tennis, man. Nah, man, fuck that game. That game sucks. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, it's our pet sounds. We have to try it again. It's been 10 years.
Oh, we do this every time. We always like, all right, this is the time we get it, and we do it. And it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Is it on Nintendo Switch Online? It's in there, isn't it? All right, so we could play and stream us playing Super Tennis and try it again. I say we do it.
Me quitting in 10 minutes playing Super Tennis.
Oh my god. All right, games played and games acquired. I'm going to be super quick because I know Cesar has a lot of stuff to catch up on.
I'm going to take that long. We're okay.
Okay. Still trying to dive through some PS3 stuff. A slight discovery. My 3D TV, I got a 3D plasma. I've been telling you guys about it off and on over the weeks. It has a mode that will let you play native 2D content in 3D. I've always used the button on the remote. Like let's say I pop in Uncharted 3, the TV's going to tell me, hey, 3D signal required, hit the 3D button. So I do. And, but I also was like, well, what does this do if I just mash it? Because the same menu comes up and it gives me the option. It's like, it's a literal tab that like you're going through a menu selection on a TV that says 2D to 3D. I was like, what the fuck? Let's try this. So I still have my PS3 hooked up. obviously, to this TV, and I've got a copy of Rayman via PS1 Classics. Remember when they sold us PS1 games for like $5 or $6 a piece, and still do, and you can still
What
get
does that even mean?
You can still get an affordable copy of Silent Hill. So I played Rayman, not far because Rayman's fucking hard as hell. I played Rayman for PS1 in 3D, and it does a good job. It feels like a legit port. It doesn't feel like
native?
some. Yes.
3D? Yeah.
It doesn't feel like some like just pushed together type thing. Like the font really jumps. I looked into it, and the model that I have, it runs it through some sort of. It wasn't called AI then. It runs it through some sort of processing that decides like what would be a good part of the frame to pull out, and it creates a 3D image of 2D stuff. And I'm like, holy shit. So I want to pop like a Fire Stick or something in there and just look at TV and see what regular TV and stuff looks like, and see if some of these movies, I might slow down a little bit on buying, like seeking out 3D Blu-rays. I don't think it's going to be as good as native. So that's sort of like you're saying. Like, I'm sure if I were to play Uncharted 3,
adjacent, right? Native adjacent.
Yeah, it's doing a really good job of simulating that image, I think. Enough to where, in my opinion, if you put them side by side, that's how you would have to tell a difference. And also benefits in that, like, I cannot play Rayman in 3D. That one never got ported to something you can play in 3D, right? Natively. Like it was Rayman Origins, I think, for 3DS, or that might have been, was that DS or 3DS? That was 3DS. So you can at least play Rayman Origins in 3D. But I've been on that kick, and I've been grabbing PS3 stuff that I didn't have before. This was a real cheap one, and I saw people raving about it because the co-op is online, System Link, or split screen, and I doubt online works anymore, but a System Link PS3 game. And I showed you guys earlier because we were talking about the GameStop stickers. It's Conflict Denied Ops, an IDOS game from Pivotal Games, and this was like $8, but co-op shooter. IDOS games. What's IDOS?
They're still around? Did they still publish games?
No, this didn't sell 500 million copies like Andrew House promised, and so it didn't get
the Square Enix, like,
yeah.
Tomb Raider's unsuccessful. They only sold 7 million copies.
Was it it's like those triple packs they came out with. It's like Deus Ex, Thief, and Tomb Raider. Like, if they wouldn't sell, they put it all in one disc.
Yeah. Put those failures together.
Yeah. This is our didn't meet expectations disc.
Fuck Square Enix, man. Oh god.
There's so many fumbles over the years. It's just like, how did we get here? And last but not least, for acquisitions, I tried to outsmart the system. Cesar, you were talking about Pain a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, I want to play some Pain. Apparently, I do not have a copy of this. I'm pretty sure they gave it away on PlayStation Plus at some point. Maybe I wasn't a member. I might have played this with friend of the show Andrew on his PlayStation. So there is a disc, and strap in. This is kind of a whirlwind. There's a not for resale Welcome to PlayStation 3 disc, and I'm showing it to the video viewers as well. And basically,
this includes a free downloadable game. What's that game on there?
Includes a free downloadable game, and that is the aforementioned Pain. And this was a sealed copy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be good. There's it's $10. Pain is $10 on the PSN store. I was really intrigued by owning this one because there's a 3D patch. So when you download that, you'll get a 3D version of Pain. And I've been wanting to play Pain, like Cesar was talking about. So I go in the store, I redeem my code.
I remember what I was talking about. It just popped in my head. I wanted to play Pain.
Was it like somebody had like fallen flat or something? And I don't mind showing you guys the code on the video feed because
you already took it, right?
Well, you too can go in there and redeem that in the store, and it will tell you you're about to redeem your copy of Pain with that code. And then when you go to confirm your purchase, it immediately tells you that your code has expired or you have entered the incorrect code.
The digital future already happened. No.
So I bought a $13.
All Brand's fears have come true.
I bought my code in the box expired. I bought a $13 disc that will include demos and movie trailers and upcoming games. For the Spider-Man font PlayStation 3. I don't mind it so. Well, go ahead.
And what's crazy is like what you said. I think they were talking about the Japanese copy of Grand Theft Auto 6, which is a code in the box and expires in 6 months because that's Japanese law. You can't have a code that's sitting around.
Oh shit!
So they're only good for 180 days when you do code in boxes. Yeah.
Don't buy it early, or don't let grandma put it in the closet for Christmas.
Yeah. Like a B Rant said, they're over there buying like, oh, this thing's on sale for $49.99. I'll buy it in the summertime and save it for Christmas. It's already done expired.
Redeem quickly, right? And that's what I guess I should have done 10 years ago with this. I don't mind as much. I like video game ephemera. I like having stuff like this where it's demo discs. I collect demo discs, right? It's an interesting piece to have.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah.
No, and I have different ones. Like I've got another one that doesn't advertise, including the free downloadable game that's code is expired in the box. So I guess now I will end up purchasing an official version of Pain. A correction, sort of, over the last couple weeks.
Correction.
Correct. Dun, 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 dun. You still remember the theme and everything, don't you?
With the sad trumpet,
dun,
yeah.
Yeah, it's such a great theme. So I've been burning up stuff on PS3, like throwing discs in, grabbing DLC. Enslaved Odyssey to the West has like a $5 DLC pack that also patches the game to 3D, so you get actual 3D on there. And I said, like, my panic was that there's no way to get this. I can't get a hold of this. I've since discovered many backed up versions of games that you can get are going to be feature complete and patch complete. So I also read it somewhere separately. Leave it to the preservationists to do the right thing. Like, we're trying to support this entity and buy these things and go the right avenue. And the people who are actually doing the correct preservation and backups are the hobbyists. They are the sailors of the high seas that are making sure that stuff's there. Mm-hmm. And they always have. They always have with how many years of like Grateful Dead and Fish bootlegs are out there, and Allman Brothers tapes, and there's all these bootlegs of people preserving this stuff way back, physical media.
Live from the Muddy Banks.
Yes, the Nirvana live record that was so good. I had a copy of that on vinyl that got stolen. I guess my parents were doing it when they were copying Dinner and a Movie from TBS on the VHS tape back in the day.
Beans and coffee. Beans and coffee, matter of fact.
And we all played. I duped everyone into Beans and Cornbread. I duped everyone into getting a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops for the Xbox 360, of which we all had means. It wasn't like a expenditure for anybody. I had read this was a 4-player co-op campaign. I was attempting. It was. It wasn't a way.
It was.
I was attempting to recreate the joy of playing Call of Duty World at War.
Nothing can recreate the joys of World at War.
You're right. And I think Cesar, you were the lead on it. And you were like, guys, I'm in the menus. I don't see a way to invite you to a campaign co-op here. And it was discovered afterwards that the game was in fact only zombies is a 4-player online co-op. But they brought those servers back, so we could do that eventually at some point.
We'll fire up the Wii U and play zombies on there again. It was fun.
I'm okay with that. Those servers are definitely not dead.
Hey, there was one thing that was one other
a redeeming quality, an extremely redeeming quality. Brant knew this like super secret code. You get up out of the chair, go to a terminal, and enter a code. And we played. What was the name of that micro game in there?
Dead Ops Arcade.
Dead Ops Arcade. DOA. That's what you type in to get to the this little mini game. So it's the three of us and friend of the show, Buish, in there. And we got about 5 minutes in, and I think Buish was like, oh, this is like Smash TV. It's like top-down, twin-stick shooter. Mm-hmm. God, it was so good. And we played through a whole round of it. Like, we beat that one little mini campaign thing in there, and that was awesome. It was honestly a lot of fun. And then we, of course, pivoted to Old Man Halo, as one does, on a Saturday night.
I mean, Brand was trying to go to the right route and get us to Destiny, but I was like, I don't know if I want to do Destiny, man. The Destiny is like, it's like I have to wake up in a good mood in that morning and be like, you know what? I'll fuck with some Destiny tonight. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if it's that, like as Richard says, my time is limited. I want to get into something where I can enjoy it, not in there where I'm frustrated.
And
but also, I think you and Richard are right. I think you and Richard are right though. There's like some pre-game stuff. Like you have to go in and do some tutorials and like make it. I don't know if you have to make a character or what, but like there's something you have to complete before you can actually do a co-op session.
Some sort of intro. I know that was the case with Destiny 2 because we made that our game club game 1 month, and I know Mark's Knight and Cesar got through that, and we're playing a bunch of it together. I think I did the tutorial and then was waiting for everybody and never made it back on there when they were.
I mean,
all the Destiny content for $3 though. I was like, man, this is
me and Mark's Knight played a lot of Destiny, but I think you were busy with your first offspring at that time, so you didn't play many games. I think because me and Russell would jump on there, and like every time we try to get you to join on, you're like, dude, I don't have time, guys, not right now. You're like, I got too much going on over here. So.
It happens. But maybe we get around to that. I like stuff that we all get on there and just have a good time and laugh and cut up, and I think that'll end up being a perfect game. As much as we like those Bungie shooters. And Destiny 1 is what, like 13 or 14 years old now, and servers are still up. We could be playing on PS3. Those servers are still up for PS3. We could be playing that. We could be playing Destiny 1 on PlayStation 3.
You know who owns those servers? They can go away any moment now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They freed up the Concord servers and put Destiny on there. Destiny Uno.
I'm still popping in my disc and mag every day on PS3, just hoping some magic comes through. So,
there are private servers being built for that, just like Warhawk. Like we can still play Warhawk. They're doing the same thing for mag, which is a huge lift.
Yeah, it's not like what is it, 128 players or 256? I can't remember.
I think it's 256. Yeah. It's a huge lift. Damn. But things are easier now. Technology's come a long way. Point it to like a private DNS and we're all set. Hopefully. But that's it for me on the collections and the games played with you guys.
All right, I'm not going to sit here all day because I mean it's been a minute since I've been on here, and I don't think it's fair to subject everybody to it. So I will name some stuff that I played, and if you want me to talk about it, please bring it up, and then I will go more in details.
You told us you beat Dragon Quest VII.
I beat Dragon Quest VII.
Yeah.
I've let's see, on the PlayStation, which I played more when I have free time this year. I've completed Fatal Frame 2. I also played the entirety of Pragmata, which I loved.
Pragmata, you enjoyed?
Love Pragmata. That the ending. Look, man, I don't cry tears often, but that ending had me. I was like, oof! It was almost like Stardust Crusaders when some of those teammates started disappearing. I was like, ooh, I was almost there. I was like, oh, oof! Dang. The ending had me in the Pragmata. It was really, 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 really good.
That's awesome.
I beat Dragon Quest VII. Pragmata is probably my surprise game of this year. I love that game.
Okay.
Oof, I love that game. I'm still thinking about it right now. Dragon Quest VII, Adventures of Elliot is probably my second surprise game of the year. This year, I beat the shit out of that.
Keep hearing high praise for that, not just you.
And I started Black Flag within the last week. And Black Flag, I have not gotten that far. I've gotten to the scene that Richard has graciously shared with us, where the wheel magically appears in my hand. That's a broken bug for everybody. And as you get closer,
it did the same thing for you.
It's in the game, like EA. It's in the game.
Oh my gosh!
As you get further in the cutscene, and it starts to go.
It's a feature.
Yeah. As you you would love this, Richard. I didn't save the video. As you go further in the cutscene and it finishes the cutscene out, said wheel that appeared there goes back into the ocean too. So you're just doing this there. It's a complete set. So
back from whence you came.
Yep. It did. I sat there and like,
oh
okay,
man,
that's beautiful.
As of right now, until it's patched out, it's still in the game.
Oh,
everybody gets to experience that. So
it's fantastic.
Outside of that, I mean, I know Brand had recently went through Black Flag, and it's just a prettier looking version of that, right? It still has the aesthetic. I think they've kind of tweaked with the Abstergo portion, which is the future sense thing, which I think we all agreed. I know Brand's played 3, you haven't played 3 yet. The single player narrative they built in the modern days kind of went away at the end of 3. And then 4 was always been like a simulation video game type situation based off of like the DNA they harvested off of somebody. They kind of like tweaked it a little bit. That's the only thing I've seen that's different, but I don't think that really pertains or matters that much because it's like there was like a very, very small story beat going on with the modern day aspect of that game. but it wasn't much, right?
Yeah.
Most of it was just like a walking simulator half the time, and then they had a character that kind of like a Marvel movie would travel along and just kind of lead the story on because it's like, oh, it's that person. He's in this game again, taking you someplace. But outside of that, if I don't know if I would pay, full price for Black Flag if you played it recently. But if it's been a while, it's like for me, I haven't played it since like 2014. And I was in the
Yeah.
mood for it. I think is a great buy.
Yeah.
We're all big on physical media. We know that physical media copy is not great. But to your credit, there is a version out there. I'm sure at some point it'll be $20. It's probably gonna be cheaper than the digital will ever be
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
So that's probably
It's a
gonna be
game key disc.
yeah, but at least you can get it for $20. Where I'm sure the digital one will eventually hit $20, but it's gonna be another several years, probably my guess. So I mean, I think and what they just announced, what they had 3 million players, 3.5 million players. So I think
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
doing well.
I think they have their Resident Evil, right? I think that's what they wanted, where they did the same thing with Resident Evil. They did a remake and they did well, and they're like, oh, okay, now we can start funding to do new ones and keep doing remakes and alternating every year. It seems like that's the direction we're probably going to see because it's like the not so great rumor of one getting remade, right? That's the next one that's supposed to be resynced or
The original.
synchronized. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, it plays just like the original, the bugs and all.
The wheel.
I
I love the wheel flying in and out. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Like I said, I won't. The last thing I'll talk about, I'll say the other stuff for another time. Is I did really, and I talked about this previously when we were streaming on Halo. I did really, really like Adventures of Elliot. I told you guys that it tries to be kind of like a Zelda-esque, modern day Zelda-esque 2D dungeon thing. I don't think it hits well because I mean the dungeons vary. So this game has different time periods. It does do some interconnections, like some dungeons are like different in each time period, right? There's certain aspects that happen in that time period that there's closed off parts of the dungeon, and then there's like different time periods where you get full access to the dungeon depending on that time period you're in there. There's like 4 ages in that game, and so overall, it's an overarching story. You play as Elliot, who is a Bokkenshin, which is an adventurer, who's tasked with he's called in the age of safekeeping, where you have these monsters that are kind of just out in the field, similar to like the goblins and whatnot of like Zelda. They are mindless monsters, and the humans are living under this castle or this area where they have like this magic that's kind of protecting them. They just want to survive, and something's always out to kill them, and so they call it the Age of Safekeeping. And so one of the ministers in there doesn't like it and goes out and they discover a way to travel time. There's like these doorways of time. And so he tries to get this weapon to allow him to make humans on top and then to be the top of the food chain. But doing so unlocks this whole ability when they pull the sword out, puts out this being that's been cursed on there that hates humans. And it opens up this whole plethora of a storyline that sets in motion to the eradication of humanity. And then you have to basically, as Elliot, you go through these different ages, piecing this story together to figure out who's calling it on there. And it becomes more of a personal tell because like everything that involves him is basically like a story of his whole life throughout the ages. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who wants to play it. But I had a great time with it. I told you guys I thought I was getting close to the end of it once before after like 12 hours. That was a lie because it took me about 30 hours to finish that game. So
okay, you were just getting going.
Yeah. So I mean, it does story-wise. It does start out slowly, but that ending is oof. It does a great job with a lot of great things. I was very, very satisfied beating that game. I do feel like if they ever came out with a second one, it would probably different. It'd be a different character because I feel like the story that they told in here is complete. But I do like the idea of it, right? I do miss that 2D Zelda-esque gameplay sometimes. I'm not a big open world person, and which I'm fine with Zelda going that route, but neither here nor there. Like I said, I had a great time with it. It's highly recommended. So,
and I think there's a demo, right? Like there's the first part of the game is available via demo.
That demo was 5 hours long. That's what made me decide to buy that game.
Oh shit!
It paid like almost the whole first age on there. It was really, really, really good.
Is that one
It was a good meaty demo.
Is that one play pretty solid on everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I ended up buying it on PS5. It's game key card on Switch 2. That's the only caveat.
Yep.
It's if you decide to The plus on the Xbox is play anywhere. So if you have a handheld and a Xbox game console or PC, your save goes along with that one. So that's a plus on that one. So each one has their own caveats here and there, depending on the situation you choose it for. So
probably not a bad place to play it, right? You would say just grab it wherever you can.
Yeah, I mean each one has their little caveats on there. Yeah. I won't spend much time talking about Pragmata, but Pragmata is a good fucking game, man. I love that game. Oof, that was a good ass game. That's my top 3.
How long was that one?
About 20 hours, man. That ending was oof. The ending, it was almost like Ruth from The Hunger Games. So.
Oh no! Up in the trees.
Oh, what happened to Ruth like that?
Yeah, that got me too. Yep.
Yeah, that ending. That ending was like oof. That was a good ass fucking ending.
A lot of people though. Yeah, a lot of people harped on Pragmata, and even Capcom themselves said, "Hey, look, we think we got another hit on our hands. We got another franchise here."
28 million copies. It was part of the announcement.
Yeah,
originally. Yeah.
It sold very, very well, which is a good thing. I'm glad.
It was a long development too. Remember? They probably
they showed it off for a long time.
Yeah, they probably broke even with that 2.8, but at least now they know what direction to go with.
Cesar, you've been mentioning Square Enix and Capcom running parallel for years now, I feel like, and they really do have a rhythm.
Yeah.
Do we see that from do we see that from like an Xbox? Hey, remake some of these good. Maybe they're trying that with Halo. We got Gears Reloaded. Maybe we'll see more stuff like that. Bring Uncharted collection out. Tell me you wouldn't buy the Nathan Drake collection on PC right now. $30, all 3 games. Steam Deck verified.
I'll buy Uncharted every chance I get, but
where's the guy's meme when he takes out the card and he's like, he's just shaking the card at the camera?
I'm more like the guy who opens up the wall and like, there's nothing in there.
You've always done this. You've always done this at me.
Oh Lord, no! I can't do that anymore. It's not an affordable habit anymore like it used to be back in the day, or barely was back in the day, where Game Boy Advance came.
Mine was always
$29.99.
Mine was always the Fry, from Philip J. Fry from Futurama. Shut up and take my money. It's just a wad of cash.
Yeah,
yeah. But I'm with Cesar now that I don't have that wad of cash, and I'm like, I like what you're doing, but how expensive is it?
This budget thing we're doing, where I'm like strategically picking out, like, okay, I know I'm getting Halo. Let's get a discount on the gift cards. Gears is coming out. Let's get a discount on those gift cards so I can get that. Like, I know these things are coming up, these purchases, and plan for that, and keep playing old games with you guys. There's plenty of stuff, and we've bought so much Steam stuff that we can go through and mess around.
I mean, we got holidays, right? And a lot of that stuff should hopefully be cheaper by then. So I mean, hopefully, knock on wood.
I typically.
I mean, it's better just to go back to the old ways where we splurge on those days, and not me looking at like I bought this game and it was full price, and then it was the holiday sales and it's like $29. Like, why did I pay $40 more for it? And I hadn't even played it yet. What was the point of it? So
I've got a room full of that reminding me of that. So I'm right there with you. I think we all are.
That FOMO sometimes, you always like that FOMO. But nothing to add on their Dead Ops playthrough and Halo. But I mean, just to recap what I said, Pragmata, just play some Pragmata, Adventures of Elliot,
and love them both.
I love me some Pragmata, man. Pragmata's good.
We had a 5th player join us on Halo night, and that excluded us from our normal action sack, and we had to throw Halo 2 in there. And I think I think we enjoyed what we played of Halo 2. I think that was a good time.
Halo 2 was pretty good.
I think you look at it in the rose color lens, because I vaguely remember this happened before, where said person joined us. We played Halo 2, and like, hey, that wasn't that bad. Then we went back to said Halo 2 maps again, and we're like, no, this is garbage. And then we went back to the action sack.
Action sack.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
I'm not denying you. I know this is like very, very much deja vu, where we went in there.
Yeah.
This is great. We haven't done this before. Let's start adding this in the rotation. We went in that rotation. We played against some Halo 2 gods.
Yep.
And we went right out that rotation. We went back to what we know.
I know they broke us on Halo 3 before. They broke us to where we had to go do like remember like Rat Race
Bolsa, remember? And Bolsa's a great map. And then
Yep.
Everybody's in vehicles.
Yeah, everybody's in vehicles. Oh, it sucks when everybody has a vehicle. That's what killed Big Team Battle for us.
Oh.
Why did they have to?
But
Have
I got nothing to add. I'll kick it over to Brent. I won't linger.
Good stuff. Good updates.
Yeah. I'll start off with my one game acquired. It's still in the shrink. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I got Splatoon Raiders here,
Let's go.
which I've seen a lot of people talking about.
Can we all play that, or is that single player, or is there a multiplayer component to it?
There's a co-op thing.
I haven't got to the co-op part. I think I've stuck in. There is a tutorial, so I'm still stuck in the tutorial part. So
is it better than Salmon Run? Because I've never enjoyed Salmon Run. I like pure Splatoon. Like if we went back to Splatoon 3, I'd be okay with some rounds of that. But
it feels like Salmon Run, like a light version of that. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Cesar, it never grabbed us, right? Like it was our perfect type game, but I don't think Salmon Run ever got us.
I loved him some Salmon Run, man. He always tried to pull me in Salmon Run.
Yeah.
So this is what I've seen people kind of equate it to. It's like almost like an extraction shooter, but very light on the extraction shooter genre. It's like it's Nintendo's take on that with Splatoon, and it's less intense. And from everything I've seen, they love it. It looks very interesting.
It's got a super high user Metacritic, right? Like one of the highest user Metacritics of all time on games.
And all the gadgets and upgrades and like combinations you can do. So there's a lot of customization you can get into in there. So, other than that, still, I know Cesar hasn't been here. I've been into a lot of different emulation devices as of late. Cesar, I won an RG Vita device, and
it's a cool looking piece of kit. I like it.
It's not bad. And I've uploaded it with like a special OS, and I've got like retro achievements working on there. And so every now and then I'll pick it up and play some old school games and pop some retro achievements. I've been slowly going through, like I played Kingdom Hearts again.
On that thing, that's still mind blowing me that like a little emulation handheld device can play Kingdom Hearts.
Slowly working my way through Kingdom Hearts 2, and it still blows my mind you haven't really gotten into either of these games, Richard, because they're super approachable RPGs. I mean, they do have some harder boss battles depending on what difficulty you play on. But
Grant, I think I've said this in this
with all the Disney stuff.
I said in this podcast before, but like I think I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. I think when it got super difficult was when you got to the fucking Tarzan level. Is when
that's where I stopped. That's where I stopped. I know that's where I stopped.
Tarzan
on PS2.
Is so difficult. Like it's like you don't know where to go, what to do, and then when you get in the battles, like they were eating you up.
Brand, it's like Prince of Persia. I'm not a good gamer. I like playing games. I like talking about it games. I'm not good at games. I'm not. So
well, even Kingdom Hearts 2, man, I think you would between
Kingdom Hearts 2 is peak. Kingdom Hearts 2 is peak.
Nightmare Before Christmas. The combat is so amazing and fluid. I played, the whole Pirates of the Caribbean level.
You think the kids would enjoy it? Would this hit the kids at the right?
They would. Yeah, they would like it.
The right age and right feels. And can you put the newer ones on like a easy mode or something? Is there something we can all get through?
It's like there's a standard mode.
Yeah. Novice.
I honestly I think there might be something below standard now in those updated versions.
Go ahead and say it. Say bitch mode. Yeah. There's a bitch mode.
Baby ass baby mode from What's Good Games.
I do remember standard, expert, and proud mode. And proud is for the absolute mad at heart that like Dark Souls games. And
that's the one where I think I saw somebody do that birth by sleep on that extreme proud mode, and they you have to beat the boss with no hits to get that secret thing. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I'm no. Yeah,
I don't even think it's possible. They're just in there like swinging like crazy. Like, how did they not get hit? I was like, what's happening?
I saw on Kotaku somebody did an Ocarina of Time run with no damage. They never took a single damage from a heart, and it took so many like restarts and replays and retries. 0 damage. They never got hit all the way through.
But yeah, other than that, slowly going through that. I haven't gotten through. I haven't played any more Sands of Time just yet. I am still slowly going through Assassin's Creed. So I know
you said Rogue, right?
Yeah, I've played a handful of hours. Like I told you last week, it's when it comes to gameplay and everything, it's more of the same that you get from Black Flag. Story wise, it's pretty interesting. I mean, like you start out as a kind of I'd say newer-ish assassin.
Oh, poor young
Uh,
Brant, poor baby Brant. I can't wait till you get to the ending of that game. That ending of the game's gonna throw you for a loop, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, time for..."
oh
You're gonna fire
no.
up Assassin's Creed Unity immediately because that game rolls right into Unity.
Really?
You don't
Hey,
understand. You don't understand. I'm so excited
I
to get
got
to the
Unity
ending.
right here.
Cool.
Yeah, you're gonna roll up. You're
Um,
gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play Unity. I gotta experience the full story."
This keeps you from splurging on resynced like you're trying to
right.
avoid. Yeah.
So, you play as Shay Cormac, and he's like a younger assassin. He's still kind of like earning his way up through the ranks. He's not like fully trusted. And very quickly you get a ship, start sailing on the seas, like I was talking last week, and um, there's still naval battles and whaling and like all those things that were in Black Flag. Um, the as the story progresses, Shay kind of gets a little bit more skeptical about about what they're doing and if it's the right thing. And as per usual, in Assassin's Creed fashion, there's a ancient artifact MacGuffin thing that you find out about, and you're supposed to try and track it down. Um, and at one point, they did talk about like they were looking for one of these artifacts, and then there was like this huge disaster in, I think it was like the Bahamas. Um, but anyway, as you progress a little bit through the story, you know, you find Ben Franklin and you get him to help you crack this code on this thing, and of course electrocute uh this item in order to like you see this little like hollow projection map, and of
Help
course
me,
Shay
Obi-Wan
knows, you're
Kenobi.
like, hey, I know exactly where this is. I think it was like Portugal, and he's like, I know exactly where that is. So he gets actually sent um by a character named Achilles, who was, if anybody's played Assassin's Creed 3, he was Connor's mentor at the time. He was much more aged at that point of the story. So this point, he's definitely much younger, and he's kind of the head of this whole um, bit of assassins here. And so he tasks Shay with going to Portugal and finding. So you do the typical like very Assassin's Creed 2-esque where you're in a church, you're climbing the walls, you're activating switches stuff to find a um entrance to this uh uh area to get down and
Like a
claim the
hidden
artifact,
tomb.
a la Indiana Jones style.
X never
A-
ever marks the spot.
And as soon as you do find and touch the artifact in typical Indiana Jones fashion, everything goes down. There's a like a massive earthquake, and there's this giant set piece where you're having to like free run up and around and like through buildings through this collapsing city, as you know, things are
Oh, it's a
burning,
good set piece.
people are like screaming, all hell's breaking loose. um and when Shay gets back, he's completely off put. He's like, what the hell did you send me to go get? And he's like, do you know how many people died, and what are we even doing this for? And that sets him on the path of, he's like, okay, this can't be done anymore. We can't do this. And he goes and tries to steal a manuscript from Achilles, and in stealing it gets found out. And so then he tries to run and get off uh away from the assassins, and gets caught up to, and eventually kind of jumps, he winds up jumping off a cliff. And that fast forwards the story to like he wakes up, you know, X amount of time later, he's been taken care of and nursed back to health.
So you're
And
probably wondering how I got here.
yeah, now he's getting approached by somebody who's actually a Templar and sees what he's doing, and now you're kind of actually in opposition to the assassins, and you're going and taking out these assassins like strongholds and things, and you're like cut, as per you did this in Black Flag, like when you took those big strongholds on the ocean, where you'd like storm the area and go up and kill two of the guards and find the captain and kill him, and take the flag down and all this. Same kind of thing with taking these assassin strongholds. They'll give you different tasks to accomplish, and then you've taken the stronghold down.
Is that fun? Does it ever feel like tedium, or is it fun going through the different tasks? And
no, I mean it's fun. It's just
it's a good gameplay loop.
On the map. Yeah. And he's not really aligned himself as Templar yet, but he's this character's like, because when this person approached him, he goes, "No, you're just out to control and do this," and he's like, "No, that's not really what I'm doing." He's like, "I'm here to actually try and help the community," and he tells you to take the stronghold. You take the money that they had in there and use it to like revitalize part of the community and like build there's like a decrepit building. You walk up to somebody via like, that goes back to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, like the whole Assassin's Creed 2 era, where you could like go and upgrade portions of the villa and stuff like that. Basically kind of the same thing. You'd go up to this rundown church in the story, and then you talk to the person, tell them to upgrade. You have to have the requisite, stone and wood and, whatever building materials you need, plus the cash, and then upgrade it. Okay. And that improves the area. So he's not fully, in line with Templar or Assassin. He's kind of doing his own thing. But he's definitely lining up more with Templar. And the out, because it still does the same thing like Black Flag did as well, where you get out of the Animus sometimes. And same deal, there's like
are those parts fun, or do they feel like they're just kind of filling the story?
There's something going on in the background. There's like a virus that's hit Abstergo, and Shay's the memories you're going through are somewhat fragmented. There's parts of the story where you only get like a small bit of the memory, and then it cuts back to the main one after you've gone back into the real world and done some mini game stuff in order to fix a server, which literally just is like you have to line some lasers up and make sure these lasers touch a certain area.
Mini game of the time
sphere thing. Yeah. The only thing that's really annoying about that is the person who's like your immediate supervisor or director. She's this really annoying woman who just keeps calling you dummy or idiot or, and it's like, I'm trying to like explore something over here. And she's like, "Hey, dummy, the room's over there. Do we need to come over there and hold your hand?" It's no, I'm exploring the world.
Yeah.
And she won't shut up until you've actually done the objective.
You're basically explaining the plot of Entrapment to Richard. That's all you're doing.
Go on. I don't remember much about the plot of that film.
There was lasers, there was Connery, and there was Zeta Jones, and there was bending in different ways to get past the lasers. That was the whole point of that movie.
Two of those three are definitely memories that I remember.
But there's also one more character in there, and he's very interested in Shay's memories and going through them, and he's talking about how there have been certain assassins who have converted over or aligned with Templars, or Templars that even had weaknesses and showed mercy toward assassins and things like that. He's like, but Shay kind of embodies the this ideal I'm looking for, and He keeps saying something about, we need to keep going through his memories and find this, certain thing. He's like, if he's the man I think he is. He keeps being very vague and alluding toward something big in Shay's memories. So that's building up to something. So
you don't know where it's going yet?
Or not yet.
You have a hunch?
No. I've got nothing yet.
That's good. That's intriguing.
But so far it's a good game. I don't know, and I guess that was right there at the Assassin's Creed fatigue era, where just getting the almost basically the same thing over and over
annually.
But it's a damn good game. It's a damn good Assassin's Creed game.
What killed it for me was the whole modern day storyline that they destroyed. That's what killed it for me.
Yeah, that did throw some people off.
You've
as
always
well.
said that, Cesar.
The whole shtick was you go past in your memories to train you up as a modern day assassin, and they took that away.
Which is a great premise and plot point. And they killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, because they kept firing Patrice the slaves. Every time he makes something, then they buy out the company. They just keep firing them and escort them off of Ubisoft. So.
Isn't he back making a game again? Or did he retire? Like, he was in the news recently, I feel
he's
like.
He's making that Anno 1666.
That's right. He is making a new game.
Well,
remember,
yeah,
it was being funded by Microsoft, and then they pulled funding on it.
Retired. And then just recently called it quits.
Ubisoft tried to sue him over that game, and he had to fight to make sure he could make this game.
Is that the cat game? The cat stealth game?
There's like cats and witches and all sorts of different stuff. It's a different game.
I think
it looks interesting.
The demo is on Steam. It's like right now it's only on PC. I think you can play a demo on Steam if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's about all I've had time for. I haven't had a lot of game time lately.
That's a good bit of time. What are we talking about? I did want to show this before we get off. I did get this in there from our favorite developers from Implicit Conversions.
What you get?
Which is
ooh
70s style robot anime Geppy X.
Oh, what is this?
Have you played either version of those yet?
It's a shoot 'em up of a PS1 game.
Okay.
That they that Implicit Conversions ported over into modern day consoles on PS5 and Switch.
We did not get that over here originally,
no,
right?
But I think you can get it on Steam for like $39, I think. But it is a PS1 game. It's a shoot 'em up PS1 game that's uses anime characters from 70s robot shows.
Implicit Conversions has been on your radar for a couple of years now. They do pretty good work, and it seems like they're getting more of a prominent role. Let's hope these non-physical future plans don't totally screw with their business models. But not like that. Is that it for us? Ladies and gentlemen.
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.